Hey everyone, Hump Day Update, Tony George, DocSports.com. Couple of college basketball picks for you. We're going to do another three-team Moneyline parlay. I bet $100 on one of these every day, you know. And gave you one yesterday. Obviously, the Maryland pick did not work out for us there. They never got off the frickin' bus. And Michigan played a lot better than I thought they would for your freebie here. We'll bounce back. We won like 3 or 4 in a row, so cut me some slack. But that being said, we'll give you a freebie here. I want to talk a little bit about moneyline betting real quick in college basketball. Last night was a good example. And even in the NBA. I had the T-Wolves. I could have laid 135 or 140 at minus 2.5 or 3. They won by 2. I had them at minus 3. I could have played the money line. It would have been a winner. If you'd have had Kansas last night and you laid the 3, they landed on 3. It was a push. If you laid minus 140 on the money line, you would have won. And you see a lot of these college basketball games with evenly matched teams. Now, this obviously applies towards guys that are like in the favorite. If you like the underdog, take the points. You know, if you like, but you got a lot of games coming down to a 1-point, 2-point ball game, last second heart attack. And there's a lot of parity in college basketball, across the board, but especially in divisional play, especially when you're a favorite on the road. There's a lot of really good basketball teams in the top 5 or 6 teams in these conferences: SEC, Big 12, Big 10. There's not a lot of difference between them. It's just who's having a good night and who's having a bad night. And everybody can have a bad night. I had Eastern Michigan last night, who was, hitting 52% from the floor at home, scoring 82 points a game. We're 6-1 straight up and ATS at home. And they shot 26% from the floor and 12% from three-point range and didn't even break 50 points out of nowhere. So this stuff happens. You can't handicap that. You're looking at numbers, recent form, all these different things. But I think you can maximize profits and minimize losses by doing these money lines. And most of these minus 3 games, whether they're NBA or college basketball or less, but let's say minus 3, you get most of those around 140, maybe 145 on the money line. And take the points out of it. Kansas had a 3-point win last night, laying 3. You got to push. You don't want a unit and some money. It's worth the stretch on the VIG, on the juice, to play the money line with college basketball favorites of minus 3 or less. That there entails our lesson for today. And even in the NBA. So I'm going to, moving forward, kicking my own self in the balls this morning for not doing that with that T-Wolves pick last night. You're sitting there and go, why didn't I play the money line? What am I doing? Whether it was a brain fart or whatever, I have no idea. But, just stay with that discipline and you'll gain some units and minimize either some pushes or some losses this year. I've got one tonight, a money line play in the NBA, a part of a doubleheader. Doc Sports, free $60, link in the description below. Doubleheader in college basketball, doubleheader in the NBA. Rare doubleheader in the NBA. Going to bounce right back tonight. 3 out of our last 4. Got a couple really good ones. I fully intend on a 2-0 sweep. 2 complete mismatches. One of them on moneyline bet. Come on. College basketball will fire up a 2-0 sweep tonight. SEC and Mo Valley action. So be sure to get over to Docs. We're going to discuss all 4 playoff games at the Red Rock Sportsbook today with Scott Spreitzer. Not going to put out a ton of picks because we do this for a living. And I have an 8-unit NFL playoff game of the year. Coming off a tough week in the NFL. Well, this week, guess what? Time to kick ass and take names. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I already put 4 dimes on this wager. Personally, you see me with stacks of hundreds here, you know I'm not blowing smoke up your butt. We're betting it big. Okay? So if the line swings, I'll put more on it. But that being said, that game goes off on Saturday. Now, let's get to your free play. Let's do a money line parlay. I put $100 on this morning myself. 3-team money line parlay. All I got to do is win. Pays pretty good. Decent. Creighton, Drake, and Mo State. I think Creighton will get over on St. John's at home. I think Drake will take care of business against Bradley. And I think Missouri State will really take care of business, although I'm not willing to lay 10 against Illinois State because Illinois State can put up points. I know me some Mo Valley, but Missouri State should get over on that one. Creighton, Drake, Mo Valley. And interesting, that should be an all Missouri Valley 3-team money line teaser or 3-team money line parlay. Because Creighton used to be with Wichita State in the Mo Valley, and I sure wish they still were. But Illinois, Chicago right now, the cream of the crop in that conference. Mo State, I'd say second best, followed maybe by Drake right now. Power ratings. FYI, keep an eye on that stuff. In this LSU-Alabama game tonight, I don't get this line. I'm taking the 4, and I'm taking LSU. I know they're off a loss, but Alabama's lost 4 out of their last 6 games. What are you doing laying 4 here? Your defense allows 74 points per game. LSU, in defensive efficiency ratings, 3-point shots allowed, 2-point shots allowed, ranks in the top 3 in college basketball in all those categories. They're allowing 57 a game, and Alabama 74. They got LSU, I think, has the best player on the floor. Catching 4. I know it's on the road. This is one of those games that reminds me of Duke and Florida State last night. Although the road team was laying 4. Now the home team's laying 4. It's going to come right down the wire. It's going to come right down to the wire. I think it'll be a great basketball game to watch. A couple of really good teams going at it. I think the better team's getting points. The better defense is getting points. 14. 17 points. Allowing 74 versus allowing 57. And when you have a team like Alabama that likes to dictate pace and push the play and push pace against a team that plays shutdown defense and slow it down, that disrupts your flow and momentum and your chemistry a little bit. Going to cause them a lot of problems tonight. Give me LSU plus the number. Have a good Wednesday.